Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Audio bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by Winamp. Subscribe to the Daily GizWiz and all your favorite podcasts with the ultimate media player. Download it for free at winamp.com. Video bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by CashFly at CACHEFLY.com.
It's time for the Daily GizWiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1155 for Friday, August 13th, 2010, the Tool Logic Wine Companion. Now, get ready for Dick. In the bosom of one of those spacious coves which indent the eastern shore of the Hudson, at that broad expansion once dominated by ancient Dutch navigators imploring the protection of St. Nicholas, there lies a gray, nondescript building known by some as Building 51, but more properly known as Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
As we move through the door, we find the star of our show, Dick DeBartolo. Or I hope we did. Are you there?
Yeah,
Did we find you?
How you
good.
doing?
I'm
I
good.
just want to make sure you were done.
Oh, yeah. No, that's it. That's all I
No,
got.
that was good. That was very good.
You know what that was? The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, I know. And that is not far from where I am. It's right up the Hudson River.
Exactly. So I figured there was a little atmospheric connection.
Yeah, no, it's very good. A great connection. And thanks to the internet, the next train up there is at 5:38. And fares $8.30 off peak. So there you go.
All right. Well, we'll try to get you done in time to make the train to Sleepy Hollow.
My train has sailed, to mix a metaphor.
And now it's at the bottom of the Hudson.
I have a gadget from a company that turns out to be still very much in business, even though I met one of the people who started it some 16 years ago. The company, and maybe you've heard of it, the company is called Tool Logic.
I have heard of. Why have I heard of Tool Logic? What do I?
They do a lot of stuff, and the whole thrust is one of the guys told me when they started it. The idea was to take like the Swiss Army knife and make it into a credit card shape.
That's why I know them. Okay,
there you go.
I'm looking at it now. They make that. It's basically like a Swiss Army knife, but it's flat.
Yeah, but they make all different kinds of Swiss Army knife. Swiss Army, they make the toolkit light. It's a toolkit with a flashlight in it. But what I found in the Gadget Warehouse is most websites, if you search for it, say discontinued. But if you keep searching, you can still find it. And it's the Tool Logic Wine Companion. So size of a credit card, it's about the thickness of 2 or 3 credit cards. But in this credit card shaped thing, the first thing we have is a corkscrew.
Well, yes, of course.
And so you need that.
Yeah.
You have
cheese slicer?
Yes, the cheese slicer. Okay. Then I forgot what this is, but we'll know in a minute. The pickle fork and the bottle opener.
The bottle opener for the one crass beer drinker on your wine trip. Usually me.
And you know what? There's a blade up here. I have an idea that this is for shredding cheese. Run it across the top of the cheese and make cheese.
I can't quite see it. Hold it up a little.
Okay. Sorry about that.
A little higher.
I was not looking at my monitor here. Sorry about that.
That could be for slicing off the other way, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
quite
sure
tell there.
how that does. And there are 2 things left. What could they be? I don't even remember. I know what one must be. The cocktail stirrer.
Ah, of course.
Yeah.
Indeed, for stirring, yeah.
Stirring. All right, now, so we have
Stirring up
corkscrew, knife, cheese slicer, bottle opener, and there's one more.
Could be a peeler, somebody said in the chat room, that little
shaver
slicer.
peel, you know.
Yeah.
Chat room, there's one more thing in this carrot. Oh, that was a carrot peeler? Why would you have a... No, you know what? People scrape the rind of lemons because you don't need a carrot peeler in a wine kit, right? Anyway. And the final thing is... it is an olive fork.
Oh,
right?
we already had a pickle fork, so now we have an olive fork.
We had a pickle fork,
Okay.
so I have an olive fork. But it's neat. They all fit into the little credit card size thing. And if you do a web search, you can find it for about $15.
Now, have you tried to open a bottle of wine with that corkscrew yet? Because that makes or breaks this thing for me. I've tried.
You know what? I don't want to say I'm really not a wine connoisseur, but pretty much everything I have, the cap screws off.
Right, you know what? That's the new trend, though.
Is it really?
That's the hip thing. Kind of like people wearing thrift store clothes became hip in the 90s. This is the new trend in like high-end wine is to have a screw cap. They're trying to get over the whole
And I buy my wine at a thrift store. So I am so
You're doubly cool.
You know, a lot of people put down and poo-poo used wine.
It's so true.
But give it a chance, people.
Right, and that leads us to the sponsor of today's show, Used Wine. No, we don't have a sponsor on today's show, but if we did.
Use the code Dead Drunk.
Used drunks, or even worse than used wine.
Usedrunks.com. Let's see if let's get GizWiz.hover.com and see if we can get that.
Give them another plug. So
Anyway,
yeah, but no, these kinds of things I'm always fascinated by them. I've actually got a drawer littered with little wine tools like this, and so that corkscrew, if that works, brilliant. But sometimes those things, I don't trust.
No,
those
you know
things.
what? I'm looking. This looks rather well, to tell you the truth. And it has a fair amount of leverage. It looks like it's in there pretty tight. Now, the question is, would this go through security without setting off alarms if it was in your luggage?
I don't know. It depends on how long it is.
Yeah.
Because there's a length limit on blades. I know I can take a regular old Phillips head screwdriver through security. I've done that.
You can? This would probably go through.
So,
I think the knife blade is 3 inches, and I think this cheese thing is under that. So
yeah, well, the knife blade
tell
actually
them
may be
I'm a
more of
connoisseur, not a crook.
the knife thing may be more of the issue than the corkscrew, I would think.
Yeah, you're probably true. Probably true. Well, I think the thing is to bring a block of cheese with you to show you're serious.
Yes, exactly. Or you embed the knife within the block of cheese to show you. That's what I am intending. I would never stab someone with a knife that has been in a block of cheese. That's unsanitary.
Exactly. Look, I have olives. I have a martini.
I have a pickle. I have an olive for both my forks.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a lemon and a lime zester for the final device.
But that's a great thing to take with you. Petaluma here at TWiT Cottage is in wine country, and that's a great thing to take with you to wine country because you may decide on the spur of the moment, you know what? I think I want to buy a bottle of wine and some cheese and go sit out in the vineyard and have a picnic, and they gouge you on the wine openers at these places. They're like,
yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. I was out there and I wanted wine. I had no change for the vending machine. It's how that just drives you crazy.
Well, if you'd had change, you wouldn't have to worry because you got the screw top.
You're absolutely right. No, I was going for the fine wine. I was going for the 7 quarters.
The 7 quarter.
I didn't have 7 quarters.
So you know the quarter system that we use.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You're like a native.
Yes.
The credit card size thing that could be handy for picnics and stuff. Yeah, it's one less thing.
And like I said, in this day and age, it's kind of fun to find. Most of the things. a lot of the things in the Gadget Warehouse. There's not a hint of them anywhere on the internet because they're 15 years old and they were around for 6 months. But Tool Logic, they don't make this particular device, and they've gone to, I think they call it the Crystal series. So it seems that everything they make now is sort of in an acrylic case, so that it looks like, for looking at the pictures on the internet, it looks like now it lets you see the tools through the, I think it's called Zytec, the stuff they make it out of, which is glass reinforced nylon. Zytel is what the cases are made out of. But they're translucent, so that you don't have to sit there and go, oh, what's this when I pull it out? What's this?
What is that? I have a question for you, Gadget Warehouse and GizWiz protocol style. So next Tuesday, I'll be filling in again for Leo, and it will be Turn the Tables Tuesday, and I will need to have a gadget. And if I were to bring in a gadget that hails from the 80s, would that be treading too closely to Gadget Warehouse
territory? No, only because Leo has trampled all over my
that lawn.
trademark.
That lawn has been destroyed long ago.
Exactly.
Right.
No, let's put it this way. If you think about it, mull over it, reach out and grab something, and it happens to be old, that works.
I'm interested if you know this particular gadget I have in mind. So I don't know. I may bring it anyway just to see if you've seen it before. Because I bet you have. Well, you've seen everything.
I've seen everything. I've been around nigh on 20 years of gadgetry.
But I'm hoping actually you can tell me a little bit more about it, because I've never seen it anywhere else. But anyway, that's a tease to next Tuesday.
That sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Well, do we have anything else to cover on the wine opening device?
No, the wine companion. If you want it, grab it now, because they ain't making them anymore, and it's not on the company website. But the company exists at toollogic.com.
All right. Well, in that case, I believe what I see coming in over there, about to land, is in fact a letter.
Those lovely letters, here come the GizWiz letters now.
And we take you to the Lampley room, where Dick DeBartolo has today's letter.
Hey, how you doing, Tom? I do have a letter, and the letter reads, Hi, Dick. Hi, Leo. I'm ashamed to say I fell quite behind in my daily GizWiz listening due to several audio books from Audible.com. I'm so far behind, I was just listening to your Christmas week episodes this week. You might say, I'm having a GizWiz Christmas in July event. Ha, ha, ha. Anyway, I heard you guys talking about Disney technology. I thought you might want to know about a product that Disney was renting and selling back in 2003 that I thought was kind of neat. It was called Pal Mickey. It was a plush Mickey Mouse that knew where it was in the parks, and it would tell you information about the rides, wait times, parades, character greetings, etc. We had a free trial for one. While we were there in 2003, and it's pretty neat. As we approached Splash Mountain, it reminded us to put Mickey into something dry if we were going to go on that ride. I understand it worked by using infrared beams that were sent out from various places in the park. In addition, some cast members had transmitters that could be used to set off someone's pal Mickey when they were nearby. It was part of a project called Destination Disney, and eventually it was supposed to include things like the Buzz Lightyear wrist computer. Unfortunately, the novelty wore off and it kind of died out. There's still a website for Pal Mickey. Although Pal Mickey's no longer sold by Disney, it sounds like it would still work in the parks. Doug Stanhope, New Jersey. That's kind of, Disney. I love Disney stuff. They're so clever.
They are. I would like to know if this still worked in the park. Because they're also very preservationist. They're very careful with their history, and I could see them leaving a system up like this just untouched.
Yes, we were figuring, 100 people still have them. What does it cost us to keep it on? Yeah, no, I think it's great. When Mad took us on, Gaines used to take us on free vacations, and one year the magazine didn't do particularly well, and Bill said, I normally take you overseas into Europe, and he said, we didn't make that much money this year. I'm just taking everybody to Disneyland. And a lot of the writers are going, oh, Disneyland, what are you kidding? Well, I loved Disneyland. I think they're so inventive down there. And then for years, I used to cover the Discover Awards for ABC, and would go down there, and the technology is knockout amazing stuff.
Yeah, it's one of the odd things when I started becoming familiar with Cory Doctorow's work, how into Disney he was, which just seems, this is a guy who's really into, fighting for fair use in the Electronic Frontier Foundation, and yet he's into Disney, which is so corporate, and it's because of that. It's because of that technology and that preservationist history and stuff that I think that really fascinates me, and it's starting to fascinate me now. But you want to know the dark secret about me?
No. You're an audiomatronic?
I have never been to Disneyland or Disney World.
This totally erases all that charity work for animals. What?
I never went. I lived in Illinois. We planned to go to Disney World when I was a kid, but we never made it down there.
Yeah, but didn't you live in San Francisco? Isn't Disneyland?
Well, yeah, and I moved here in '99, and I keep.
It's still open.
There's plans to go to Disneyland, and they fall through, and it doesn't happen. So I'm still planning. I've got a friend down in LA who's like, "You're going this next year. We're going to make you go," and I'm not against it. I definitely want to go.
Oh, okay. No, I think you'll love it. I really do. Everything they do is very clever, and their hotel, their theme hotels, everything is done to the theme. If it's a seaside resort, it's. I love the place.
Maybe I'll try to. How much do you think a Pal Mickey would run you if you were to pick it up? Try to find one used.
Are you searching the web to see if it's there?
No, what I should.
I'm gonna say $79.
Like on eBay, sort of thing, or
yeah. No. I mean, like if they sold it in this. Do you think? It's not quite clear. He said we had a free trial.
$160 for one here.
Oh, on eBay? So that was used? Oh, it may be that it's higher than it's sold for, right?
Yeah, that's possible. It's quite often, especially with Disney stuff, it gets collectible.
Yes.
All I had growing up was Pal Joey, and that would just tell you if Frank Sinatra or Kim Novak were near.
Oh, well, that wasn't bad. That wasn't
never went off, though, because I was living in Greenville, Illinois, and they never came through.
Yeah, you really got taken on that one.
Yeah, that was the worst birthday present ever. Tom,
it's still better than clothes.
We couldn't take you to Disney World this year, but we're giving you this useless Hollywood icon identifier.
Right, yeah, good. And, well, you know what? It didn't have batteries anyway, so you didn't have to put batteries in.
No, there's no point in it.
Going off with.
Should I put batteries? Don't bother, kid. It's not going to work anyway. All right. Well, is it Friday already?
Well, you know what? It's very funny, Tom. I was just thinking the same thing. Is it possible that we're done?
I guess we are.
I read the letter. There is nothing possible, nothing left. Oh, there is something.
What's that?
I'll be here.
DAIL. Why? It's the Daily GizWiz. It's the Daily GizWiz. It's the Daily GizWiz.
It makes its own gravy.